Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture video on the data structures. In this class, we'll be dealing with the next algorithm, that is inserting an element into the array at a given position. So insertion is nothing but adding an element or inserting an element at a given or a particular position of the array is called as the insertion. So we have an algorithm related to that. We will be discussing that algorithm with related programming. Now suppose you consider an example where I want to insert a particular element at a given position. Now each element from the position need to be shifted and the new element has to be added. Suppose, as you can see in the graphical user interface, I want to insert an element at the position called 3. Then all the elements from that particular position need to be shifted and a new element has to be added, that you are seeing in the diagram, that is 66 is been taken and inserted at the algorithm. Now talking about the process, when an element is to be inserted into a particular position, all the elements from that asked position need to be shifted to the last element into its higher order positioning. For example, you see, let us understand this one. Now 110 need to be shifted to 6th position, which was there in the 5th position. 90 need to be shifted to 5th position, which was there in the 4th position. 25 need to be shifted from position 3 to position 4. Then I will get the vacant place at the position 3, then insertion will be performed. So how the elements are being shifted? From a lower order elements to the higher order elements. See, the lower order elements, that is 5 is been shifted to 6, 4 is been shifted to 5, 3 is been shifted to 4, then I'll get a vacant place at a given or an asked position. That is how the algorithm will work. So the last element should be shifted into its higher order. The last element is to be shifted to its higher order in the sense we'll be shifting the n-1 element to the nth location, that is called as the higher order elements shifted. Okay, lower or the last element is being shifted to the higher order index. n-1 element is being shifted to n-2 is being shifted to n-1, n-3 is been shifted to n-2, like that. Okay, shifting will take place from the lower end to the higher end. Considering example, there will be two scenarios. The first scenario will be inserting an element at the end of the list or the end of the array. So at the end of the array, the element can be added or an array element can be inserted without moving any elements, because insertion is possible at the end without shifting any elements. So here the existing values are 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25 and also 30. A new value need to be added at the end of the array, that is 26. It can be directly added at the end without shifting the lower elements order, because the last box will be a vacant one, implies there is sufficient memory to accommodate this array into the list. Then we have the next scenario is the inserting of an element at a given position. From the asked position, I need to shift all the elements, that is exactly from the last element will be shifted and each value till the asked position will be shifted. For example, I want to insert 20 over here at the position called 1. Then first value that need to be shifted is 15 at the position 3. That is last element should be shifted to the next value. Then next element, that is 10, need to be shifted to 2. Then you will get this place vacant. Then 20 can be inserted. So after insertion, you will see the array as 5, 20, 10 and 15. Let us discuss the algorithm and the program related to inserting an element at a given position. At the first, we have the legend that describes the variable and different types of data items and the algorithm what it is going to perform. So the algorithm says that A is the array consisting of n elements. The item is the element that I need to insert to the position called POS. We have 4 different variables over here. Position is denoted by POS. Element that need to be added is denoted by item. N is the size of the array and A is the name of the array. So shifting starts from the last position, as it has been told. From the last position it starts shifting. So the algorithm begins from I is equals to n minus 1, that is last position. And each time when you see after shifting the last element, it has moved to the previous element. That means it is decreasing in order. So the element at position 2, if it is been shifted to 3, then it will move to the position 1 and then it will shift to the position 2. That is means the shifting position is decreasing. Okay. So it is moving from right towards left, that is in decreasing order. So we have written a word called down to. Okay. The algorithm can be written up to or to if it is increasing, and if it is decreasing by 1, it will be written as down to. Till where I will be shifting the elements? How long the elements will be shifted? The elements in the array or the list will be shifted as long as the desired position is been reached, from n minus 1 down to the position POS. The element which is there at the lower end will be shifted to higher end. The lower end element, if I consider it as A of I, let us go back and see if this is n minus 1 element. So the size of the array is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. The element at 2 should be shifted at 3. So 3 will get its value from 2. A of 3 will get its value from A of 2. Okay. That is in the algorithm. A of 3, I plus 1 is 3, will get its value from A of 2. Okay. 1 is the difference. The lower end elements are shifted to higher end. What is the difference between A of I and A of I plus 1? A of I plus 1 is higher. A of I is lower. The element which is there at the lower end will be shifted to the higher end, or instead you can say it like this also. The indexed value which is at the higher position will get its value from the next lower position. Okay. So all the elements are being shifted here from the given position one by one up to the POS, what is given POS value. And at the step number 2, when the algorithm finishes shifting all the elements, the given position will be empty. When the position is empty, at the given position A of POS, the element that I need to insert, that is item, will be inserted. So A of POS is equals to item. Because the array has increased in its size, see the array elements 5, 10, 15. Now you see after insertion 5, 20, 10 and 15. So it has increased, isn't it? So because of increase in the size, we need to even reflect that in the size also. That is, n is the variable that stores the size. So n is equals to n plus 1. Very simple. Start the shifting from n minus 1 till the position. The higher end order will get its value from lower end, or you can say lower end values are shifted to higher end. Then after all the shifting finishes, the position will be empty, so that A of POS will get its value from the item, that is element to be inserted. Then array size will increase, then we'll stop the program. Okay, so this is how the things will work. Considering another example to understand in a better way how the shifting will take place, let us consider inserting 10 at the end of the array. So there are 2 scenarios, isn't it? Insertion at the end, insertion at a given position. So insertion at the given position is directly done. A of POS is equals to 10. No shifting will be done directly. Now inserting 10 at the third position, that is position number 3, index value 3. Okay, it is index value 3 or position 3. Position 3 is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the value which is there at the index 4 will be shifted to index 5. Then index 4 will be empty. Then value which is there at index 3 will be shifted to index 4. Then position 3 will be empty, or index 3 will be empty. Okay, the value which is at 40 will be shifted to third position. Then you will get the element 3 empty, 1, 2, 3. Okay, where the element will be inserted 10. So this is how the insertion will take place. There is possibility that insertion is not possible without losing the data if the array is full. Inserting at the last element will be kicked out. Okay, if the array is full in size. Okay, so that's the scenario, and we'll be moving to the Turbo C++ to look out for the program on the inserting an element into the array. So let us begin the explanation. In this program we are going to insert an element. So the program heading is given as write a program to insert an element, okay, into the array, into an array at a given position, that is POS. Two header files have been included, iostream and conio.h. Let us begin with the class definition. Class, I'll give the name of the class as insertion. In the class we'll have data members and member function. So data members will be recorded in the private section. Integer type of array M holding at most 100 elements. N is the N is the size of the array. EL is the element that is to be inserted. P is the position where the element need to be inserted. These are all the things that we require. In the public section, we require the member functions that are used to get the size of the array and the elements of the array. We will call it as get data. In the next one, we will call it as insert, that is an algorithm which has been inserted to add an element, okay, into the existing values. Display, which will display the elements after insertion. So insertion may be possible or may not be possible, that also we need to handle it. Okay, insertion is not possible in certain situations that we will see. Implementing the first one, we have the first function that is implemented, void, name of the class is insertion, scope resolution operator. The function that we are implementing is get data function. So get data function, which has certain statements, just like in the previous program we had how many elements, that is total number of elements we want into the array. So that gives us the size C in, N is the total number of elements, C out will ask the user to enter the elements, okay, of the array. Then we will close the double quotes and we will move to the next line, because we need to accept a list of values that are beginning with 0 and it needs to end till n, and each time the value is increasing by 1. So the looping will be taken, and the input that we need to take is C in M of I elements of the array. So after this, we have to move to the next output statement that we need to give is enter the element to be inserted. So what we are doing, enter the element to be inserted. Okay, the element where we want to insert also to be taken, that is position. So before that, C in ELE is the element. In the algorithm we have taken item, that doesn't make any difference, you can even take item also over here. C out, we need to know where the element has to be inserted, that is position. Enter the position of the element where need to be inserted. Okay, enter the position, that's very short. Let us move ahead. C in, then we need to take P value, that is position where the element need to be inserted. This is all the information that the get data will take. Now where the algorithm actually happens is the next function, that is insert. The class name is insertion. Don't get confused with the insert and insertion. Insertion is a class and insert is the name of the function. So in the insert, we will first check whether the insertion is possible or no. The insertion is not possible if the value of p is greater than the size. That is, if p value is greater than n. So what will happen? Insertion is not possible. That you need to display on the screen. Cout invalid position. Invalid position. Okay, that is not possible to insert. This I need to get displayed on the screen, so I will use get ch. Because the position is not given correctly or invalid position is given, there is no requirement of continuing the program. That means I need to terminate the entire program. For that I will use get ch before that and exit 0 for terminating the entire program. So before terminating, the output has to halt for certain key to be pressed, or it has to halt for several seconds so that you can see the output. So for that I have added get ch. It is an additional one. So entire program will exit if the insertion is not possible when the value of p is greater than n. That is, position is greater than n. If the insertion is possible, otherwise, that is else part. Okay, in the else part we need to write our algorithm. That is, the shifting should take place. The shifting will happen from I is equals to n minus 1. And the shifting will move till the value of p is greater than or equal to p. Okay, I will be reduced. Always remember, when there is a plus plus over here, there will be lesser than symbol, minus minus symbol, greater than symbol. That's a shortcut I can tell you to remember. Okay, not logically, but okay, you can remember it for all convenient. So then the element which is there at the lower position should be shifted to the higher position. First refer to the higher position. M of I plus 1 will get its value from M of I. Okay, the lower indexed value will be shifted to higher indexed value. That is, shifting has been performed by using the statement. The shifting is done automatically, it will be moving all the elements. When all the elements are moved, the given position p, that is M of p, is empty. Okay, then insert the element ELE. When the element is inserted, the value or the size of the array is increased by 1. Okay, that is, you need to increase n is equals to n plus 1. The size has been increased, and you need to tell that successfully you have inserted the element. So element is successfully inserted. Okay, what is the element that is inserted? The element that is inserted is ELE. So give that ELE is successfully inserted. Inserted ELE. Okay, so that it should not join. Give a thing over there that will be working for the insertion is the name of the class. The next function that we are going to implement is display. Okay, so in the display we need to display the elements, that is after insertion. So cout elements after insertion are for loop to begin the displaying, but here I value will begin with 0, I will be less than number of elements, I will be increasing each time by 1. Okay, instead of cin we will have cout. M of I value will be displayed with a tab/t. Okay, that's the display function. So in the main method, just like in the previous one, we need to create an object. Insertion is the name of the class, I is an object. So clearing the previous output window, CLR SCR, I dot first function get data. Okay, then I dot insert, then I dot display is the function that we have. So get ch, closing the main method. Okay, that's about the program. Let us save the program. Saving the program with the name of the class .cpp, and let us go and compile the program. The compilation, we have found 6 errors. Let us debug it. Very good, so that we get the practice. Okay, see the C in is wrong over here. I need to insert another one. Okay, M is the name of the array and I is the element to be inserted. That is the thing. Next compile, you will see 5 errors are there. Exit 0 need to have a prototype. Yes. Okay. So here we need to include another header file, that is hash include stdlib.h. that is a header file that is required for exit 0. Then compile. Okay, you find 4 errors still, that is semicolon is missing at the end of the element that is been inserted. Very good, add it, compile it again. Okay, then read the error, whatever the error has been displayed. Clear screen, spelling is wrong. Okay, appropriate spelling has to be written. Let us rewrite it. CLR SCR is a clear screen that we need to write. Okay, then compile it, 0 errors, then execute it, run. Run one will see elements insertion unsuccessful. 5, totally 5 elements I want, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, element to be inserted is 89. The element position where it has to be inserted is 9. Is that 9th position existing? No, invalid position. Okay, this is the run 1. Next, let us move to the run 2 and see whether insertion is possible at the given position or no. So let us enter 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, inserting element 6, that is inserting at the end. Okay, the element where it has to be inserted is at the position 5. Okay, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, end element we have not added. Element is inserted successfully, element after insertion R. Okay, so that has been displaying in the same line. So let us move there and make the correction so that it won't join. So I will add an end L that will move the cursor to the next line. Adding the element at the given position, let us compile further and run it for the next output. Total elements I want is 5. 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6 are the elements. I want to insert an element called 3 at a position called 2. Okay, that has been inserted successfully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, why we have given the position 2 instead of 3? Because array indices begins with 0. So there will be a difference of -1 when we are giving. So that's all in the inserting an element into the array, and with the algorithm we have done. Thank you.